end in sight to illegal mining in the West Rand. Gauteng's Portfolio Committee on Community Safety says it's gravely concerned by the activities in Bekkersdal. Now, this is during an oversight visit on Friday. Last month, more than 600 families were forced to flee their homes in neighbouring Randfontein. Let's talk now to the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee in the Gauteng Legislature, Dr. Bandile Masuku. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Expressing outrage is one thing, but actually doing something about it is what the communities are possibly looking for. What's being done to try and end this?
Good evening and good evening to your viewers. There's a lot that has been done, that has been in the process. And I think we need to commend the work of the police under very difficult circumstances. And you will recall that as part of our mandate as the committee, we have illegal mining as part of our regular updates that we get from the South African Police Service. And also, we also make sure that we follow up on our National Assembly counterparts on the progress made by the DMR in terms of Operation Vala Umgodi, which has seen a number of these shafts being actually closed. But I think one of the things that we need to commend the police on is that it's a continuous arrest and the continuous prosecution of those that are involved in illegal mining.
Yeah. At some point, it was suggested during the Randfontein crisis that the military was possibly going to be deployed. Are you aware of this? Where do we stand as far as that possibility is concerned?
We are fully aware of it, and I think it's one of the considerations, in particular in spaces where, police face a high machine guns and high firepower from those who are involved in this illegal criminal activity of illegal mining. And as part of Uvalumgodi, you will recall that it's also a multi-sectoral and multi-integrated force that also does involve a bit of the army. But in terms of deploying the army per se outside that, it's something that is being considered, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Mr. Masuku, I'm going to end the conversation on something that I thought was quite interesting. A senior member of your party, you belong to the African National Congress, and at times we do talk to you confidentially, so I'm not going to disclose their name, but they were very concerned about going to these areas in times of crisis, and at the best of times, it's not people that can effect change in terms of ending the scourge of illegal mining. And so it dawned on me that perhaps this is actually a heated debate within the ANC itself about the question of artisanal mining. Do you think that there is a debate, or is this being debated enough inside the ANC in trying to sharpen this policy around artisanal mining? Because up until that is done, it doesn't look like this is going to end anytime soon. People are hungry out there, and so they want to eke out a living.
Yeah, I think it's one of the pointed discussion that also occurred in the National General Council, and there are a number of initiatives that have been taken in terms of looking on how we legalize artisanal mining, and also make sure that those mines that are forbidden and that are left to abandoned, they are taken over by the state. We know that some of the comments that were made over the weekend in particular were quite disturbing, but we want to see a situation where a solution is found besides some of the mines being closed. But if there are some viability in some of the mines, it needs to be formalized. But we know that this illegal mining per se, or the zamazamas per se, they bring a lot of challenges to the communities, which is a matter of concern. The issue of informal settlements, the issue of crime hotspots, they follow this type of illegal mining. But it is a discussion that is happening in the NGC. There was a recommendation that we need to look at different ways on how we resolve it, particularly in a long term, but also benefiting the community.
Dr. Bandile Masuku is the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee of Community Safety within the Gauteng legislature. Thank you very much for your time.